Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for sticking it out with us. It's the top of the year, so it's a great time to rid your house of unnecessary items. And one local organization sets out to make decluttering easy. I'm joined now by the owner of Organize For You, Kim Pittman. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Now, for those who may not know, what exactly is Organize For You?
I organize attics, storage buildings, garages, kitchens. I just go in and help people anything that they need organizing, and I also custom design and install closet systems.
Got you. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it 20 plus years.
20 years. Wow. Okay, that's a long time to, help people organize their lives.
That's exactly right.
But with that being said, what part of the house is usually maybe in need the most?
It varies from person to person. It just depends on, everybody's got their own struggles. It may be the garage, it may be the kitchen, pantry, closets. It's just whatever. Everybody's just so different, so it just depends on the person. That's not a great answer, but
no, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
But how do you decide what stays and what goes?
I always tell people that my rule of thumb is, if you look at something and you know immediately you do not want it, then you get rid of it. But if there's any question as to, I may use it or I don't know, I always tell them just hang on to it, because you can circle back around, and 9 times out of 10 you circle back around after you've started the purging process, because getting started is the hardest part. And so once you get in that groove of, okay, I can let it go, then you circle back around to that one thing and you think, you know what, I really didn't need this anyway. Yeah. So, but it's easier to get rid of stuff that you immediately know, because you don't want to regret thinking, well, I shouldn't have gotten rid of it.
No, yes, absolutely. Now, let's talk a little bit about papers, because, we all know to recycle and things like that. But what if it has sensitive information? What would you tell people to do?
I always tell people to shred.
Okay.
Because you don't want anything that has any kind of information put where people could get they could get a hold of it, because they're just, let's just face it, people are just desperate these days, and they'll get your account numbers or whatever. So I'm a firm believer in shredding everything.
Okay, I'm here for that. Now, how long does it usually take you to organize someone's house? And has there ever been a case where you walked in and you're like, this, you may need someone else for this?
I have walked in on 2 occasions where I thought, I can't do this. But I think that's pretty good over the 20 years. And it depends on the client. Like a lot of times when I go for a consultation, and it's up to an hour when we look at the areas they want organized. I can give people homework that cuts down on my time and their money. And a lot of people, they will embrace that. And there's some people that say, you know what, if you're not here, I'm not going to do it. So it just really depends, but I'm always amazed, and I think the clients are always amazed how quickly it goes, because I always tell people I can work as quickly as you can. You set the pace, and I'll go with it. So I've organized a whole house like in 4 hours, and then I've organized one garage. It's taken me like several days. So it depends on the magnitude of what kind of stuff you've got.
Awesome. Now, I'm sure this time of year is pretty busy for you because it's the top of the year. But do you leave your clients with different tools or maybe even techniques that they can do to kind of keep their house how you left it?
Yeah, I always tell people maintain. Once you declutter, and a lot of times people think, well, I'm going to get organized and that's a one-time thing. But it's not a one-time thing. That's just the start of it. If you don't maintain it, then you just lose control. And so when I go in a home, if we're going to organize the whole house, we may start at the kitchen, and I tell them before I leave, maintain this. Do not let this get out of control. And the next day, the next time we meet, we'll do the next thing. We'll do the next room. But it's just maintaining it. It's just the key to staying organized. And you have to understand that stuff's always coming in, so it's always got to be leaving. And when you don't let it go out, then that's when you really get backed up. So I just encourage people, just remember, be mindful. If you're going to buy a pair of shoes, then let a pair of shoes go. If your kids are going to buy a toy, then let a toy go. It's just that replace mentality is just the best thing to stay in together.
That's a great tip, actually. I need to practice that. If I'm buying something new, I need to get rid of something old. That's a great tip. Now, for those at home that would like to have your services, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call me. My number is 229-395-2109. You can message me on Facebook. You can message me through my website.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and good luck on everything. I hope you don't have any too terrible of a house.
No.
All right, South Georgia, we're switching gears a bit and helping spread a little knowledge here